Happy holidays, Manhattan. Welcome to December's first Channel 8 newscast. I'm Chelsea Stover.
And I'm Katya Like. We have a packed show for you today, so stick around.
Coming up on today's show, we'll show you how far some students went to celebrate Thanksgiving with their families.
Plus, what happened here in town to bring in the holiday spirit.
And also a continued update with a local Manhattan woman and her battle against cancer.
All this and more coming up on Channel 8 News, so don't touch that dial.
This is Channel 8 News, KKSU LP. For Manhattan and Riley County. From Kansas State University, this is Channel 8 News.
Well, it seems as if Mother Nature is teasing us once again with temperatures reaching the 60s yesterday and then waking up to a humbling and drizzling 20 degrees.
Channel 8's Amy Himmelberg is outside to tell us all about what we can expect from this roller coaster of Kansas weather.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the warm temperatures yesterday because it's starting to feel like December again. I woke up this morning and there was ice on my windshield. So if you're going to school or to work, make sure you have a few extra minutes to take care of that. I'll let you know how the weather's going to be the rest of the week coming up next. Back to you, Katya and Chelsea.
Thank you for that preview, Amy.
A current police investigation is underway after Kansas State freshman Jordan Forbid was found dead in his car in a residence hall parking lot. Riley County and campus police believe that there was no foul play involved. Forbid was a freshman in the College of Arts and Sciences and graduated from Elkhart High School.
Riley County Police are looking for a suspect in a reported bank robbery last Wednesday at Kansas State Bank on 1101 Bluemont Avenue. At this time, there is no indication of a weapon being used. Riley County Police believe that the suspect is in his 20s to mid-30s and is no taller than 5'7", and he's driving a white four-door Cadillac DeVille. If you have any information regarding this crime, please contact Manhattan Riley County Crime Stoppers.
Junction City Police are investigating a fatal shooting incident that took place in the victim's home. Jose M. Paz was later announced dead. The suspect still remains at large. Paz was only 22 years old. With the end of the year approaching and classes winding down, Riley County Police and Kansas State Police Department want to remind everyone to lock up and take proper measures to ensure safety for yourself and your belongings.
The fall semester isn't the only thing finishing up this time of the year. Popcorn sales ended recently as well, and the local Boy Scouts troop decided to go out with a bang.
Cub Scout Pack 277 set a new pack record with their popcorn sales. Reporter Emily Kempfe is here to tell us all about it.
I attended the pack's last meeting as they celebrated their success, and it was anything but ordinary.
Tutus, pies, haircuts, and a muscle man are not on the agenda of a typical Boy Scout meeting. These odd sights were all in fun and games to celebrate the success of Cub Pack 277 and their annual popcorn sales. A goal of raising $25,000 was set before sales began, and the boys easily beat that goal, raising around $28,000. Popcorn Colonel Katie Starling set her expectations high due to a great turnout last year.
This year, I upped the ante and told them that if they sold $30,000, I'd let them shave my head.
Luckily for Katie, the boys fell $2,000 short of that. Still proud of their accomplishments, Katie made them a deal.
Because they sold so much, I still wasn't going to let them shave my head, but I did go ahead and cut off my hair, and we're going to donate it to Wigs for Kids.
This wasn't their only incentive. Top sellers were honored.
I made top seller.
Leaders were pied, and prizes were given out. The boys in Popcorn Colonel were thrilled with this year's turnout.
I'm proud of the boys in my pack. I'm proud of the boys in our district, Konza District, and I mean, we just did an incredible job.
As for next year, the boys have already set bigger and better goals.
I hope our scouts will do better, and the whole district could probably do at least $1,000 more.
The exact amount raised by Pack 277 was $28,078, and this made them the second highest selling unit in the Konza District.
That's a huge accomplishment. Congrats to Popcorn Colonel Katie and all of Pack 277.
But they weren't the only ones raising money. As finals and the holidays approach, you might be craving some sunny snacks or just a few tasty treats to put you in the holiday spirit.
There is a group on campus that has the remedy for you. Channel 8's reporter Claire Carlson is here to tell you how to cure your cravings.
That's right, guys. K-State's Bake Club gets ready for Christmas by preparing a special kind of bake filled with over 15 holiday items for people to indulge in.
This is what K-State's Bake Club is good at.
We do things like our crinkle pastry, we do cinnamon rolls, graham crackers, frosted sugar cookies.
Breads, cookies, and pies from heaven. The Bake Club is getting ready for their annual Christmas sale. You can buy anything from French bread to s'more cookies to cinnamon rolls.
8 days getting ready for Christmas bake. We are starting on this Friday before Thanksgiving break. To get everything scaled up, we've got to get things mixed, we got to get them in the retarder so they can set overnight, so they can set for a couple of days. It takes a long time to get ready for one of these bakes, and they're massive. I can't even tell you how big it is. You should definitely come by and check it out. It's a whole room full of product.
You can buy treats from the Christmas Bake Sale in Schellenberger Hall next Wednesday from 3 to 6 p.m. This is one of Bake Club's biggest sales of the year. As a special treat for students, the club is selling frozen dough, making it easier to transport home for Christmas.
Don't miss the Bake Club sale Christmas Bake next Wednesday. I've been told that they sell out pretty quick.
Wow, those treats really looked really good. Did you get to try any?
Oh my gosh, yes. I tried some of their chocolate pie and they had their own homemade crust that was so delicious.
That sounds amazing. I know what I'm bringing home for Christmas dinner. Thanks, Claire.
We're going to take our first commercial break, but coming up next is a continuing story of a woman's battle with cancer, and later we'll tell you the possible bowl destinations for the Wildcats after their latest victory in the Sunflower Showdown, and an update on weather.
So don't touch that remote, and we'll be right back.
Nearly 150 years ago, the first native limestone was carved into the campus of Kansas State University. Since that time, K-State has known what it takes to rise to the challenge. Now, we're challenging ourselves to become a top 50 public research university by the year 2025. To reach that status, our research dollars, endowment, career award winners, and patents are growing to match our internationally recognized programs and research. K-State 2025 is more than a challenge, it's a commitment. A commitment we'll keep. Because where there's a Wildcat, there's a way. Around here, school pride isn't just some slogan on a t-shirt. It's the spirit that comes from understanding we are stronger when we're together. That's the essence of K-State Proud, a nationally recognized student-led fundraising campaign. In just 6 years, K-State Proud has helped raise more than $500,000 to help students who need it most and appreciate it best. Think of it as Philanthropy 101. K-State Proud. It's just one more way the Kansas State family treats one another, well, like family. Where there's a Wildcat, there's a way.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Chelsea Stover.
And I'm Katya Like. Make sure you share your holiday pics of Manhattan on our Twitter at Channel 8 KSU and on our Facebook at Channel 8 News KSU. Earlier this semester, we brought you a story of a non-traditional student, Tina Sheaves. After beating breast cancer 4 years ago, Tina was struck with myelofibrosis in August. Tina was admitted to the KU Med on October 30th to undergo chemotherapy and a bones marrow transplant. She has spent the past 35 days as a patient at KU Med. Unlike most students, she was unable to travel home and be with her family for Thanksgiving. But there's great news for Tina. After a slow start, her white blood cell count is rising and she will be discharged today. She will stay at Hope Lounge, and a home run by the American Cancer Society for patients receiving cancer treatment. Tina will remain there in the greater Kansas City area for the next 70 days. But she will also be able to hug her two boys, Torin and Trenton, for the first time since October 30th, and she will be able to celebrate Christmas with her family. And what great news is that?
The fight against cancer, like Tina's, has begun to pick up in her own community. Kansas State has handpicked 51 undergraduates to join the university's research team in hopes to learn more about preventing cancer, and as well as finding a cure against the disease.
Traveling and long road trips are a part of the holidays.
Katie Liebem has more on a few Channel 8 reporters who took the journey home.
Yep, that's right. Here is the Thanksgiving road trip. Stories of few people you might recognize.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance.
That was Courtney heading to her hometown in Kansas. And this is Lindy getting ready to head to Texas. Now we have Emily on her way home to Missouri. Time for a little gas fill up. Apparently, Texas is a very scary place to drive. Alex had to take a plane to head home to lucky, sunny San Diego. Joined by my good friend Kevin from France and my buddy Mr. Turkey, I headed home to Texas. On the road again. And Chelsea made it to her destination, and I made it home too. But all the traveling is well worth it. And some just enjoyed the ride.
Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better.
Everyone made it back and forth from their destination safely. But what did they eat when they reached their arrival point? Channel 8's reporter Gregory Jansen has more on what was on the table.
It's Thanksgiving Day and the table is set. After hours of preparation and 364 days of waiting, the meal is being served. Family and friends gather together to give thanks and share a tasty meal. Some families serve buffet style, while others serve the food on the dining room table, passing the dishes around to one another. Not all Thanksgivings are conventional, though. This group of K-State students from a Manhattan house church got together to celebrate before Thanksgiving break. Even serving with paper plates and solo cups, these college students celebrated the holiday together, just like any ordinary family of 35, which shows that home is where the heart is. This is Greg Jansen, Channel 8 News.
That sure did look good. Thanks, Katie and Greg. While some people stayed in town or even in the country and froze their tails off, other lucky beings, like myself, got to go to the Bahamas. The K-State women's basketball team was able to go to the Bahamas to participate in the Junko Jam tournament. We played against SMU for our first game, and we played against Virginia in our second. We lost our first game but won the second one and enjoyed a whole bunch of fun on the jet skis and banana tubes.
What an eventful break for everyone.
So here are some fun facts about Thanksgiving that you might not know about. 3.1 billion pounds of sweet corn were made.
Are you kidding me?
Did you know that 804 million pounds of cranberries were consumed?
No idea. And did you also know that Minnesota, where I'm from, is the main source of turkey?
Well, I have one that beats it all. 7.5 trillion pounds of that turkey.
Wow,
oh my
that's
goodness.
crazy.
Come on.
I can't even
We're
believe
going to
that.
take another break, but when we come back, we'll find out what animal the Sunset Zoo has brought for us today.
It was a routine grain elevator inspection until the explosions began. Until a blast tossed him more than 300 feet. Then it became the event that changed Kevin Saunders forever. The body of this K-State alum was broken, but his spirit, well, that spirit not only survived, it thrived. Against all odds, Saunders transformed himself into the world's greatest wheelchair athlete, one of America's premier motivational speakers, and the first Paralympian appointed to the President's Council on Physical Fitness, Sport, and Nutrition. Where there's a Wildcat, there's a way. Wired magazine calls him the explainer. His students call him amazing. Over 20 million YouTube views show that Associate Anthropology Professor Michael Wesch is transforming higher education. Translated to more than 20 languages and counting, Professor Wesch's teachings still share one common voice: passion. And whether you're learning live or online, that passion is contagious. And that passion is one of the leading reasons Kansas State University is first among U.S. public research universities in producing U.S. Case Carnegie Professors of the Year. Where there's a Wildcat, there's a way.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Chelsea Stover.
And I'm Katya Like. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Channel 8 KSU and on our Facebook at Channel 8 News KSU. It may have been a break for some classes at K-State, but for other students, the KSU Vet Med, it was far from an easy break. Our own Channel 8 reporter, Matt Spooner, was on the scene to tell us what was going on.
Thanks, guys. Over break, I paid a visit to Manhattan's Sunset Zoo to see these students work with a furry creature who looked more like me after Thanksgiving dinner than a predator from the Far East.
It's an early morning at Sunset Zoo. Outside, it is quiet. But inside the zoo's hospital, an endangered species is undergoing an exam. A professor and students from K-State's College of Veterinary Medicine are performing a post-quarantine examination on an Amur leopard. This female arrived at the zoo about 5 weeks ago. Kelsey Schrader, a fourth-year vet student at Kansas State, describes how valuable this is for her future.
Well, personally, I want to do wildlife exotics, so I think it's great. But for a lot of my classmates, like, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They're never going to get this experience. And so, like, today we're working with a leopard. Like, that's something we'll probably never get to do again in our lifetime.
You can start the dentistry.
The last thing I have is in all in the...
You had a normal domestic cat. This for me.
Has the battery been changed on that? Yeah. Okay.
A full range of tests are performed from blood pressure to an EKG. And before you start to think this Amur leopard has it easy, remember, she still has to see the dentist too.
All I have to say is I am sure glad that leopard was immobilized, because those were some big teeth. Back to you, Katya and Chelsea.
Speaking of the Sunset Zoo, we have a special guest with us today. We would like to welcome Julie and her little friend.
Hi there. This is a chinchilla from Sunset Zoo, one of our education animals. And since it's very cold today, I decided to bring an animal who does enjoy the cold weather, so she travels nicely in these temperatures.
She looks so furry.
Yeah, you're welcome to touch if you'd like to.
Oh my goodness.
They have very, very soft fur, and it's very dense.
Is it? Feel it. And you said she enjoys, oh wow, you said she enjoys the cold weather?
She does, yeah. They actually are native to South America, to the Andes Mountains. So they live in a very high mountain range with very cold temperatures and pretty arid environment. So their fur is designed to lock in heat and lock in moisture.
Okay. What does she eat?
In the wild, they'd eat mostly vegetation, different kinds of plants that they can find. At the zoo, we feed them some hay, some chinchilla pellets that are specifically formulated for their diet, and she really likes little treats of apples and raisins occasionally.
And I know that people have these as pets sometimes. Do you think that they make good pets?
Not necessarily. It kind of depends. They're pretty difficult to care for. Their fur, being that it's so thick and so dense, it really should never get wet. So that's kind of a challenge to keep them nice and dry and in a cool temperature. They can sometimes be not the friendliest, so you really have to work with them to make sure that they're able to be handled and be friendly with people. If you're willing to put in a lot of work and research, they can be a good pet, but we typically wouldn't recommend it.
Great, well thank you. Sure. We're going to take a quick break, but coming up we will have an update on the weather and a recap of K-State sports.
I like K-State mainly for the family atmosphere.
Once you're here, you're greeted with a smiling face. You could step onto K-State's campus and feel that without even talking to anyone, that it's welcoming.
The administrators and faculty, they remember your name.
Anywhere you go, someone's there to help you and to smile at you.
Half of campus is going to be wearing purple, and you know that there's that K-State pride.
It's really evident that you can do something and you can be somebody and you can really define yourself here.
I'm a part of the campus.
K-State to me is home.
And that kind of gives me a sense of place.
Kansas State University's PowerCat Financial Counseling presents SALT, a game-changing financial tool. It's simple, useful, and best of all, free for K-State students and alumni. SALT provides personal money coaches, help with student loans, and a wide range of career opportunities. Go online to kstate.edu/SALT and see what SALT is all about. Get money smart today.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm Chelsea Stover.
And I'm Katya Like. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Channel 8 KSU and on our Facebook at Channel 8 News KSU.
We are back with our weather woman, Amy Himmelberg.
Amy, how does the weather look like for this week?
Well, it's pretty chilly out there. It's starting to really feel like December. I'm wishing I was in the Bahamas where you were over Thanksgiving break. Let's take a quick look outside. You can see that there's not any ice right now, but it's definitely chilly. There's not any sun out there. And so definitely be careful when you're driving. It might be a little slick. Let's take a look at our national temperatures. Over here in Los Angeles, of course, we always wish we were in Los Angeles. It's a high of 63 and a low of 43. Of course, over in New York, a high of 52 and a low of 46. Let's take a look at our Kansas temperatures. Looks like in Dodge City over here, we have a high of 29 and a low of 14. And of course, at home here in Manhattan, a high of 37 and a low of 15 degrees. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. Of course, tonight it's going to be a low of 15, so it's going to be a little bit chilly. A very low chance of precipitation, but there is a chance, 20%. Tomorrow, we might see some snow. And later in the weekend, it's going to be cold once again, but it's going to be a little bit sunnier, so we can look forward to that. Back to you, Katya and Chelsea.
Thanks for the update, Amy. Kansas State University may have been empty in the classroom this past week, but the Wildcat athletic teams were anything but on break. Sports reporter Claire Carlson has more.
Right after Thanksgiving break began for the students, the K-State football team took on the University of Oklahoma at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. The seniors shook hands with head coach Bill Snyder as they took the field for the last time. Tyler Lockett helped the Wildcats with another huge game, acquiring 12 receptions for 278 yards and 3 touchdowns, setting a new single-game receiving record. But the Sooner defense shut down the Wildcat offense in the second half, and the Wildcats lost to the Sooners 31-41. The Wildcats then traveled to Lawrence to play the KU Jayhawks in the annual Sunflower Showdown. K-State's Jake Waters passed for 160 yards, threw 2 touchdowns, and ran a touchdown during the third quarter. The Wildcats beat the Jayhawks 31-10. With this win, the K-State Wildcats will likely be heading to the Holiday Bowl, but the official game release will be early next week. The men's basketball team returned to Bramlage Coliseum on Sunday and beat Central Arkansas. Senior Shane Southwell helped the Wildcats with 19 points, and K-State scored a season high with a 46.3 shooting percentage. The final score was 87-54. The women's basketball team traveled to Freeport, Bahamas over break for the Junkanoo Jam. The Wildcats lost to SMU 68-57, and the next day the Cats played the University of Virginia. Haley Tejada recorded a team high of 13 points and had 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Ultimately, the Wildcats won the game 49-46. The women's volleyball team beat 25th-ranked Iowa State at Ahern Fieldhouse on Saturday. It was senior night for the Wildcats, and Tristan McCarty had 8 digs and 2 aces, helping K-State tally 43 digs, 7 aces in the match. That's all for sports this week. I'm Claire Carlson, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, and coming up, we're going to take one last look at weather, so stay right here.
Choose your direction and navigate the road to success. Discover opportunities. Make connections. Reach your destination. Earn a degree online from Kansas State University. Choose your direction. We'll help navigate.
K-State Student Radio brings every game to K-State fans on the Wildcat 91.9.
Klein's going to take a pitch out to the right. Hubert dices his way up and into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown. Takes the snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw deep over the middle of the field for Tyler Lockett. Catches it. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kansas State.
For all of your K-State sports coverage, tune into the Wildcat 91.9.
Welcome back, everyone. The holidays are here, and you start to see holiday decorations all over the area, including some special lights.
That's right, Katia. Manhattan got a little brighter over break. Residents came out to enjoy the first ever Festival of Lights at Blue Earth Plaza.
On a brisk Friday evening, attendees came out early to find a good spot and enjoy hot chocolate as well as Christmas carols before a special guest arrived to help flip the switch that illuminated the 50-foot tall tree. Santa himself turned on the 15,000 lights, which were synced with music. The tree will be up until December 31st, and the lights and music show will start every night at 7 o'clock. Visitors can also catch a horse-drawn carriage ride that will travel through the Festival of Lights as well, and along with downtown Manhattan. Carriages will be available every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening through December 7th and through the 22nd.
Rides are free with a donation of non-perishable food to the Manhattan Emergency Shelter. We're going to take one last look outside with our weather reporter, Amy Himmelberg. How's it looking out there, Amy?
Well, once again, it is very chilly out here, so make sure that you bundle up. Hopefully you'll be wearing gloves like I forgot to today, but it is definitely officially winter. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Amy. So when you were in the Bahamas, did you guys have like a normal Thanksgiving meal?
No, we had like this big layout with all the teams that came together. There were about 8 teams, their fans, their family, whoever traveled with them. And then we had like a buffet, and they had Bohemian like people come out, and they like did dances and drums, and it was really cool.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun.
What did you do for Thanksgiving?
Well, I was actually in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. And it was surrounded by really pretty forests, but we didn't have any service or any internet, so it was very strange because that's what I'm used to. But they did serve us chocolate biscuits and gravy, which was a new thing for me, so it was very cool.
Okay.
Well, that wraps it up for this week. For more news throughout the week, follow us on Twitter at Channel 8 KSU and on Facebook, Channel 8 News KSU.
From Amy, Claire, Chelsea, and myself, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week for our final show of the semester. Happy holidays, Manhattan.
Let's welcome Santa Claus.